What's up, everybody? I'm Kyle Viveris from Your Daily Nerd, and we are here for a very special episode. If you're listening to this through the YDN Cast podcast feed, welcome. This is not video game related. It is very different from what we normally do. I am joined by Thatcartoonist himself, Mr. Robert Pryor, for a special collaboration event.
What's poppin', y'all? It's good to see you. It's Thatcartoonist joining Your Daily Nerd. Boy Kyle over here doing his thing. Oh my goodness, I'm hyped for this video.
God, this is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good.
I know. We've been talking about working together for a minute, like a while now, and it's finally coming to fruition. So, like, a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but we here now.
Definitely. It's appropriate that the most ambitious crossover event brought us over for a crossover event.
Yeah. Yo, I'm with it. Definitely with it. So you guys already know what we're going to be talking about. Avengers Infinity War. Not wars. War.
One singular war. The war.
One war. One actual war. Yes.
So the way we figured that we would probably do this video is that we will basically start off by talking spoiler-free about Infinity War. Then we will talk about if we recommend seeing it, then going into very spoiler-heavy territory, and then where we feel like it ranks for us among all the MCU movies.
Definitely. You'll be warned. So if you stick around, after we tell you not to stick around for the spoiler stuff, that's on you.
Yeah, I got no sympathy for you after that.
I can only do so much for you. We can only do so much for you.
True. So without further ado, Robert, spoiler-free thoughts on Infinity War.
This movie will take you on a roller coaster of emotions, laughter, sadness, all this. It was so much fun to watch. Whether or not you read the comics, you'll enjoy this film. I enjoy this film. 10 years of Marvel magic led us up to this film. And for me, I got what I wanted out of it, to be honest. Like, it was just a lot. See your characters, your favorite characters you grew up with, because we literally grew up with them.
Oh, definitely.
Doing their thing and shining. Like, I'm still processing. I've seen this movie twice, and I'm still processing it. It's so surreal. Does that make sense? Yeah.
What I said when I kind of came out of it with the spoil, like, I did like a small post, like, as a spoiler-free review, talking about it. And Infinity War is pretty much, it's like we said, the culmination of 10 years in the making, and it shows you exactly what is right about universe and lore building and movie building in the course of that time. It is so, I love it because it shows you exactly what, see, I personally am a huge DC fanboy.
Really?
Okay. Really. Like, I'm a diehard Green Lantern fan.
He's pretty cool. I like him. I actually like both. I could never decide as a kid.
Right.
Whichever one's cool.
But it's like it's rewarding to see. Like, I love comic books in general. I love superheroes in general. So that's why I love seeing this movie. But it really goes to show you that this is really what the DC Extended Universe is trying to emulate. But they're just trying to speed up and do it too fast. And Marvel's just like slow and steady. We've been working on this for 10 years and just deliver on the promises that we gave from the get-go, and they delivered on it.
You are oh my gosh, I was just talking about this with somebody. DC, they're trying too hard to catch up to Marvel.
Absolutely.
Marvel has put in the work. Yes, they've had some duds. They've had some major duds.
I'm looking at you, Thor: The Dark World.
I wasn't a fan of the Hulks. I tried. I couldn't get into it. That second Thor movie. You had to get through some of the cringeworthy stuff to get to that point that they're at, where it's like, now it's fun. Now it's like, it's happening. You see these characters you fall in love with. You can relate to them. And, with the most recent DC film, I think it was Justice League. It was okay. It was cool.
Honestly, even as huge of a DC fanboy as I am, I didn't even see Justice League. I was like,
what?
I'm not interested. I'm partially interested in it to see it be like how it is, but I thought Batman vs Superman was a movie. I thought it was I thought overall it was better than people were giving it credit for, but I thought overall there are a lot of things that it could have done a lot better. It suffers from the Spider-Man 3 problem of having too many characters.
Oh my God, yeah, I will say that. It was nice to see Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Wonder Woman was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, but she wasn't... Superman just kind of seemed like a bully to me.
Yeah.
Bothering poor Batman, minding his business, trying to save the day, and he's just a regular human. Oh my God. All right, no.
So, I was extremely disappointed in Suicide Squad. And
I never got to watch it. Don't judge me. I just bought the DVD just so I could watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't mind investing in superhero films after the fact. Because it was like, what, like $10? So I'm like, I'll watch it and just to see if it was worth the hype. I heard some things. I heard, like, the Joker was, like, nice to Harley Quinn. I'm just like, nice? And me growing up watching the animated series where Harley Quinn got her first start, he did not spare the backhand at all. Like, even as a kid, you knew what it was. Like, they would cut the scene. It's like,
I have conflicting feelings about Jared Leto's Joker. Honestly,
okay.
I loved Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I thought was fantastic.
They did a very good job with that. Yes.
So I was happy with that. So like I said, I would say I'm a huge DC fanboy, specifically comics and like the like TV shows.
Yes.
But like they don't stick the landing when it comes to the movies, and I see Infinity War really is the culmination of sticking the landing, sticking to your guns, and not rushing the end goal. And I think Infinity War just does a fantastic job. I think the team ups that happen are fantastic. Like the actual like okay, let's see this character and this character team up and see like what that dynamic is like. I thought that was fantastic in Infinity War. They're like just little moments that we'll get into and I'll talk about in the actual spoiler filled part that I was like, okay, yeah, like I don't normally get like super like emotional and like hyped up like during movies, especially like superhero movies, but like I was sitting on the edge of my seat during Infinity War and I was like, fuck yes, I'm so happy with all this.
People were hollering.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately I lost my composure and I was just kind of like, yo, what are you doing? What's going on? Oh my God. I was spazzing. I legit
It was.
I never had a film like that do that to me like that. Like
it was so good.
Right, watching.
Like another thing that I've been like I've only seen it once so far, but like the way that like my brain works is that when I see something it marinates. I just think about it like for like the next like 48 hours or so, where I'm just like that's all I'm thinking about. So I've been thinking about this movie a lot over the last 48 hours, and I can't believe that movie made me sympathize with Thanos so much.
Man, Thanos, I do not like him, but I respect his hustle.
Yeah.
I cannot, I mean, like, he had a reason why he was doing stuff.
Like, obviously, like...
He wasn't afraid to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, like, he has the title the Mad Titan for a reason. Like, like, the thing he's doing are crazy, they're out there, like... But the parts of it that made him sympathetic as a character, just like the actual, like, character development... I watched a couple of like videos and podcasts and like spoiler conversations about the movie, and from a certain perspective, you could watch this movie and say, "This isn't an Avengers movie. This is a Thanos movie," and you could see the Avengers as the antagonist of Thanos in this movie, and it's
wow, yeah, huh? I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, it's weird to think about it, but like. I was having a conversation with my best friend the other day, and we were talking about talking about character alignments as far as like neutral good, like true good, like lawful good, stuff like that. And we kind of ended up coming to the conversation about like what the alignment of Thanos' character is, and we decided that he's not evil. He's true neutral. He has a goal, what he wants to do it, and he's not going to let something deter him from that goal. He is not swayed by what he wants, like by what others want of him. And it's not necessarily an evil thing that he's trying to accomplish. Well, just the method by which he's doing it is evil.
I mean, it's all how you interpret it. Like, at the very base, he makes so much sense.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, well, your thesis is good. It's just, maybe you shouldn't write with the pen of the blood of your enemies.
Right.
So I'm like, I could see that. Like, I liked his character in this. Like, it was just really, it was a good take. It was a really good villain. There's so much talk about how we have cookie cutter villains in the MCU, but the last couple of villains we've had, like,
oh yeah, some of them
they have some depth to them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I appreciate that. I think it's nice.
It's one of the biggest
Definitely
criticisms. It's one of the biggest criticisms of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Like, the villains are too cookie cutter and too I'm like you but stronger. Like, and it ends up just being like butting your head into a wall. But we've had some really good villains. Like, besides Thanos, you know, even though Killmonger in a way is a like I am you but stronger kind of villain, he is different in that his motivations are what's driving him. Like, I understand where you're coming from, and like honestly, you're not wrong. It's just the methods that you're trying to go about it are what's wrong. It's
classic.
Yeah, so I mean, like Vulture from Spider-Man: Homecoming is very similar. Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's very much a villain, but he's in with the thought process of like, look, it's not about being good or bad. It's about like sometimes the little guy needs to get a win instead of the big guy, and that's his motivation. And so to see villains that are a little bit deeper than just like Obadiah, like Obadiah Stane, or like even like Loki, even to an extent, was just kind of boring as a villain. You know, he was
just more petty than anything. He was just kind of mad. Just, I'm angry. I want to be great.
Right.
Oh, I'm not a Asgardian. I'm angry.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
You're good.
There were some times where I felt like obviously by the nature of what this movie is, there are a lot of moments where you don't get to see some characters as often as you would want to, I think.
Yeah. While I understand that, because like this film has so many characters, you can only really focus on a few.
Right.
It kind of made me appreciate it a little bit more when we did get the screen time with certain characters. When we got to see like even minor characters like Okoye, Baku, even Doctor Strange's, I keep forgetting his name. Doctor Strange's friend.
Wong.
God, what's his name? Wong, yes. When we see him, it was nice to see him, but for only a second.
Right. Yeah.
Because at least you know they're trying, they're fighting, and it's like they're working together in this universe. And it's like, okay, you know he's here. He kind of said, hey, you'll see him later on. It's cool. Just, you know, swing by later. It's good. It's good.
True. True.
I definitely thought that same thing, but I mean, if we did that, the movie would be 4 hours. But like,
I wouldn't complain.
I'm just like, let it run. I don't care. Don't do any cuts. It's good to go.
Like that was the nice thing. That was the nice thing about the movie. It was almost 3 hours long, and it didn't feel like it was almost 3 hours.
Like I'm listening. I only sat down for like maybe 30. It felt like 30 or an hour. Just I just was like, I was wanting more. Like when we got to the end, I was like, yo, like, come on, like, stop playing, like, just keep it rolling, keep it going.
No, we got more.
I didn't want it to end, but like, it had to end so we could add some more characters in.
Right.
So I mean,
true.
Double-edged sword there.
Definitely.
I'm gonna go see it again.
I want to see it again. I definitely want to see it again.
You definitely should. Yes.
Oh, so good. Any other thoughts, spoiler free, before we move into spoiler territory?
I can't. We just need to go into spoiler territory because I can't say what I want to say, and I'm waiting to say it actually out loud. So like,
yeah,
we can go ahead and.
So I guess we're both saying we recommend that you go see the movie for sure. Like,
yes,
even if you're not necessarily a super Marvel fan like either one of us are, like it is a culmination of 10 years of movie and world building. It's worth going to see.
And like, you don't necessarily need to see like any other films. This is a standalone film itself. You'll be a little bit lost, but I mean, they explain enough so you'll get the gist. It's its own movie.
True.
It's its own movie. It's in a different group, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Like, go see it.
Definitely.
Go see it. Whether it be IMAX, regular, however you see it, go see it. Go see it in films. Go see it in the theater.
Definitely.
Yeah, you know what I meant. Oh my goodness.
All right. So spoiler time. If you don't want to hear spoilers for this movie, you better leave right now. Click off. Come back and watch this later after you've seen the movie.
We will not be mad. Promise. You're still good with us.
Yeah. Okay. Last chance. Spoilers start.
It's
now. Okay.
It's your own fault.
All right.
Okay.
So, where to start with this movie?
Where do we be? Oh my God. So the very beginning, it's a very good place to start.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about the fact that the Marvel logo coming in with no sound. How, like, terrifying. That was terrifying for him.
So ominous. I was like, man, you already know it's a different kind of movie. I'm almost like, y'all, you...
Oh, it was so good. So, like, I know you and I talked, and you have not seen Thor Ragnarok, right?
I tried to go see it. I was looking for it. Like, I just didn't have an opportunity to go see it. So, like, that's the one film I have not seen in the Marvel continuity. I'm just like so ashamed. I'm like, dang, I couldn't get it. I just.
So this starts right at the post-credit scene of Thor Ragnarok. Like the post-credit scene of Thor Ragnarok is Thanos' ship pulling up and intercepting Thor and Loki's ship. Like, that's how the post-credit scene ends. So, for this movie to start there, and not even just, like, to see, like, Thanos and the Black Order come on the ship and, like, slaughter all those people, but just to be, like, straight up, like, no, fuck you. We're just, like, I got it. You're dead. Like...
I mean, that was a powerful scene. All you do is see, like, all these characters on the ground. I was just like, oh, word? So, y'all just... Oh, let's go. Wow.
I will say that movie started exactly the way that I wanted it to. Like, as far as like from a tone settings like place, it started exactly the way that I wanted to. I my goal for like this for what I wanted this movie to be, as far specifically Thanos, I wanted Thanos to show up and be the baddest dude that like the Marvel Cinematic Universe has ever seen, and in
he needed to.
Oh yeah, definitely. And in that
he needed to. We had to establish like his dominance, man.
Oh, dude, definitely. Like, I knew what type of movie that was going to be as soon as Hulk and Thanos started fighting on that ship.
Like, legit, like just watching it, like it's like you already know. Like, even if you're not a fan, like you know Thanos has to like run some stuff because we're gonna get a couple movies out of this. So like, just me thinking like the way I'm normally thinking, I'm like, all right, good guys are gonna do their thing. It's gonna be A-okay. I'm looking at the ship. I'm like, dog, like, all y'all, nobody. Oh God. So Thanos and the Black Order came up and ran up on y'all, and y'all just couldn't do anything. It set the tone and just kind of made you really like realize like the mortality of your characters and of your heroes. As strong as they are, Thanos and his team like are probably a lot stronger.
Absolutely.
Not probably are like they made you understand like it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody can get it. Everybody can.
Dude.
Gods, Hulks.
Dude, Thanos is terrifying in this movie. Like, I think what's so scary about him is the fact that he is so calm, cool, and collected for the majority of this film. He is just like, I'm in control of the situation. And, like, I can only think of, like, one moment in the entire movie where he gets, like, angry, and that's like right after like Mantis has like on his head and is like trying to like soothe him. Like, that's the only moment where I saw him like get like visibly angry.
Well, I'm gonna talk to you about that scene. That scene pissed me off.
Oh yeah.
Can I just jump to it? Is that okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, definitely.
This is all Peter Quill's fault. This is all his fault. This is all Quill's fault.
It made 100%. Like, it made sense for his character, though, I think. Like,
it did. But, like, you have everybody else working together to try and get this glove off. And you want to get mad. You want to get mad and start going on a tantrum.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You get the glove off and just do your thing real quick. You can beat him up all you want. You don't have a problem with that.
You could probably bring Gamora back to life with that fucking gauntlet.
All you had to do, you could have just snapped your fingers, fam, and be okay. But no. Where's Gamora? I'm just like, oh my God, are you really doing this right now? You see your squad helping you take this guy down. All you have to do is just help him out. And I'm going to also say Quill featuring Nebula because she was there too, just sitting there. I'm almost like, y'all both can help. He's big. I'm just his toe, maybe something.
I feel like Nebula didn't really do anything that much in this movie. Like she showed up and kind of fought with Thanos a little bit, went on Titan with like the rest of the Avengers that were there. But besides that, she was a tool that got used against her against Gamora to find out where the Soul Stone was. Which let's talk about the Soul Stone for a second.
Oh my god!
Like, first of all, Red Skull showing up again.
I didn't see that coming. I was like, wow, y'all really reached back. Because, like, when we saw that character, at first I thought that might have been Death.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was at first, too. I was like...
So Death, his love is in here? Wow! That's crazy!
I'm sure we will see Death at some point. I think we have to.
I'm kind of hoping to see her. But I'm not sure if, like, if he's still, like, in love with her like he was in the comics.
Right.
It's kind of hard to see because they didn't really establish that. So I'm just kind of thinking, like, that may have been thrown out, so... Right.
Yeah. God, it blew my mind to see Red Skull. I was like...
I thought he was done! I really, honest to God, I'm just like, all right, we're done with Red Skull forever. And to bring him back, I just thought that was pretty powerful of Marvel to do that,
Absolutely.
Like, this is comics. We can make whoever we want to come back. I'd be okay with Killmonger coming back, side note. But, I mean...
I can see it happening.
I was hyped for that. I'm like, this is neat. Because I mean, even like if someone gets control of the Infinity Gauntlet, they can really rewrite what they want to rewrite.
Oh yeah, I can see that happening. So obviously like the big crux of this movie is a whole shit ton of characters dying. Like that's a big part of this movie. I can see it happening when they get the Infinity Gauntlet in the next movie. Like, if they get, like, the stones back, and they turn back time, and they just bring everybody back to life, but that including, like, old villains, too. They're just like, everybody come back to life, like, and it's just, everybody's back, and that could happen.
I don't okay with that.
I don't necessarily want that to happen, because it feels like a little bit of a cop-out. Like, death doesn't seem to mean much in the Marvel movies to me. Like, it just seems like think about how many times Loki has faked his own death, and brought back to life. Yeah, like it is.
Loki,
but
he's literally the trickster god, like the god of tricking people. So I mean, like,
true.
It would make sense that he's able to trick you. Now, this last time, can I go ahead and say it?
Oh yeah,
Loki caught an L. He's donezo.
Oh, he is dead. He is dead as fuck.
Dead. Thanos grabbed him by the neck and is like, yeah, that was a real cute stunt he pulled. Then he tried to kill Thanos and snapped his neck a little bit.
I totally expected it, honestly.
With Loki, he kind of plays dead a lot. So, I mean, the first time he died, I felt something. Second time, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Third time, I was like, all right, okay. And then this time, I was like, are you dead, though? Can, someone feel his pulse? Like, it's not a trick. I'm looking for him to appear out of nowhere, and he didn't. I was like, I felt it that first time I watched it, just because, I wasn't expecting someone to kick the bucket that soon.
Right. They gave him a little bit of a character redemption in Ragnarok. Like he is better he's a better character, I think, by the end of it. I mean, for the most part, all the characters that are involved in Ragnarok are better by the end of it. Ragnarok helped me to actually like Thor as a character. Like,
really?
One movie by itself. Like, I think Thor is fine to me before then. Like, between the Avengers movies and Thor's 1 and 2, he was fine. I think overall, I was very bored by. I was very bored by the Dark World, but Ragnarok it totally changed my perspective on his character and makes me actually like him for once. But I think Loki gets a little bit better as a character overall by the end of Ragnarok, so it made me care a little bit more, but at the same time, I had been predicting that Loki was going to die, but from the first Infinity War trailer that I saw, the first Infinity War trailer I saw, I was like, Loki's dead. He's not coming back. He's gonzo.
Well, my whole list of characters, I thought it was going to be a smaller list than we got.
Oh, yeah, same.
I mean, it's because, in my head, I was like, they have a couple movies. I thought maybe they have like one or two. I think after this one, I'm thinking like, okay, we got some time. You know, they'll kill them all off in another movie. But not this one,
right?
Boy, oh my God, was I wrong? Oh my Jesus.
Who did you think was going to die? Who did you think was going to die?
I thought Cap was going to kick the bucket and Stark. I was like, that'd be enough.
Yeah.
That would be enough. Oh my.
I made my predictions like a couple of weeks ago as to who I thought was going to die. I think my list was Loki, Cap,
yes,
Iron Man, Bucky, Vision for obvious reasons, and Nebula.
I didn't really count
it. And Nebula. So I thought Nebula was enough of a throwaway character that they would probably kill her.
Yeah, because I was thinking that the Winter Soldier would take over as Captain America, or Falcon would take over.
I thought Falcon would take over.
Somebody takes over, so I mean, like, they could really just bring in a whole nother character and have them take over. One of my favorite Captain Americas, but that's like for years from now, is Danielle Stone, Luke Cage's and Jessica's daughter. And she's like, not only is she like the Captain America, she has super strength and like, I'm not sure if she can fly or not. I don't think she can. I don't think she got that power. It's not real. Yeah. But I mean, like, anybody could have taken over, but like, should we go over the death count? And then talk about here and there. All right, so I wasn't expecting our King T'Challa to take an L.
That blew me away.
I can say it. I like shed a couple tears. Like, real talk. Like, you should have seen Okoye's face. Like as he's trying to help her up. I'm like, yo, no. People were screaming.
The framing of that shot, I totally thought it was going to be like, I thought like Black Panther was going to like walk up to Okoye, and I thought Okoye was going to be the one that was going to disappear. But then he disappeared.
I thought he was cool. He just got here. He just got to the party. He should be here. I'm like, yo, he just got here. No, you can't go. Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry. Wanda.
Yes.
Took an L2. I'm just like, wait a minute. No, not her. Bucky. What killed me too was Falcon. When War Machine was looking for Falcon, and like you see like Falcon like fade away, and then you just see like War Machine like, Falcon, Sam. I was like, no.
And then Spider-Man was the one that got me.
Broke my heart.
Because he still sounds like a kid, like a frightened kid. Just like, no, Mr. Stark, I don't want to go. Like, please, don't let them take me. And then just
that hit me on a spiritual level, just because like some of the characters we've grown up with, Spider-Man has been one of my staple characters.
Right.
And like all of my superhero things, I love Spider-Man. And like, I like all the different versions of Spider-Man. Peter Parker is like the base. At the core, with great power comes great responsibility. And to see him fade away like that, part of my childhood faded away with that too. I was like, y'all are doing too much. A lot of the Wakandan warriors faded. Oh my God! Who else?
I think I made a list. Actually, I think I made a list of the characters that are still alive because I thought that would be easier.
Doctor Strange took an L2.
I was upset about that. I like Doctor Strange a lot as a character.
We talk about that. He got to see like 40 million,
14 million different endings.
And there's only one where they actually all survived.
When he said that, I audibly went, "Oh no!" I like out loud in the movie theater. I was like, "Oh no!"
No, I don't blame you, because I'm just like, well, he's not telling them anything. So maybe him not telling them anything would help them stay on the right path.
Right.
Something like everything he's done was from the future that actually goes right. Give or take a death or two.
Like I was watching a podcast and they were talking about like specifically like just the part where like Doctor Strange gives Thanos the Time Stone.
Yes.
And it seems like the thought process, like the phrase that he says specifically is, "This is Endgame." When he gives
he does say that. Yes.
So I think the thought process is like the reason why he gave him the time stone is that the one outcome that he saw where they actually win against Thanos, they need Tony Stark alive for. And so they thought, like, so in this case, they needed to give the time stone to Thanos. Otherwise...
He actually did, yeah.
Otherwise...
He did say that, but, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because he said, like, in the film, too, he's like, spare Tony, and I'll give you the time stone. Because Tony was about to really die. He was really about to die in the fight with Thanos. And, like, I think that was important to remember, too. He did say, let him live. Don't kill him. Then I'll give you the time stone.
Mm-hmm.
Foreshadowing, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm digging too deep into this, but I'm just like, okay. He saw these futures.
Mm-hmm.
He must, maybe, I'm stretching for too much. Maybe he really needs Tony alive. Tony has to be there.
I think so. So this is the list of the characters that I have that are still alive. It's Iron Man, and Nebula. Those are the only two that are still alive on Titan.
Yes.
Cap. Thor. Hulk.
Yes.
Black Widow.
Yes.
War Machine.
Yes.
Rocket. Okoye.
Yes.
M'Baku.
Yes.
We don't know about Shuri. I don't think we ever saw if she...
We didn't get a chance to see.
We didn't see her after, what's his name? Glaive, one of the guys from the Black Order, attacked while she was working on Vision. So we never really saw... So she's a possibility. And then 3 characters that we don't know about, but I'm kind of... 4 characters, I guess, that we don't know about, but I'm assuming might be still alive, are Ant-Man.
Well, I mean, they kind of...
It's I guess Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be set before Infinity War.
That could be it too. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not really sure about that.
Right.
I need to look research myself. So.
But we don't know about Ant-Man. We don't know about Wasp. We don't know about Hawkeye, and obviously we don't know about, but we're pretty positive about Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, we're gonna need to probably take the gauntlet back if I had to guess.
So Carol Danvers is about to really
Oh yeah,
I can't wait. She's one of my favorite characters. I loved her as Miss Marvel. Real quick, I followed her story in the Civil War, and I love how she was working with one of my other favorite characters, the Aranya, who's also in the Spider-Man continuity. And I just, oh my gosh, her character is so cool, and I love the interaction she had with Rogue, and how she still resents Rogue for stealing her powers that one time. She didn't forget. Oh my God, I'm curious to see how they're going to do her character for this. There's so many ways they could go about it.
Right. Because
they don't have the X-Men, we don't have to worry about Rogue coming in at any time and trying to take her for now.
Right.
So,
well,
we at least know she's going to be... Go ahead.
If this merger goes through, maybe we'll see that eventually. Where are Disney still? I think Disney's still trying to acquire Fox, right? So maybe
they're still in that weird limbo. So it's kind of.
I'd be about it. I'd like to finally see X-Men in a movie with the Avengers.
Oh my gosh, yes. Maybe we can get an Avengers versus X-Men thing going.
Maybe we could get a good Fantastic Four movie too.
Oh my! I swear, I want the Fantastic Four in there, so we can kind of see, the other teams kind of interacting with them, because they're important to a lot of these stories.
Oh yeah,
they're especially Reed Richards. He's okay. I kind of like every other character except for him as much. I like his son Franklin a lot better too.
Right, Reed Richards is just really important to storylines, though. He's not that really great of a. He's not one of my favorite characters, but he's important to story threads.
He's a staple, I'll say that.
Right.
You don't think about him as much, but if he wasn't there, you would miss him.
Right, yeah, he is one of the top science bros of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that you really need, along with Bruce Banner and Tony Stark, and then everybody in between. But
yes.
So this is my prediction for what I think might happen with the next Avengers movie as far as getting people back.
Yes.
So we have the original squad of the Avengers still alive for right now. I'm thinking that in order to bring characters back, the original Avengers are going to have to sacrifice themselves permanent death to bring back these other characters that we know that are It'll probably be like there'll probably be some characters that don't come back if I had to guess, but it could be like, okay, you can sacrifice yourself to bring back one person who was killed by Thanos, and then I could see that being a thing, and then I don't know, maybe something happens in between. It could be that's kind of all I've really thought about it. Like because I can see who certain characters would sacrifice themselves to bring back. I could see Iron Man sacrificing himself to bring back Peter Parker. I could see Captain America sacrificing himself to bring back Falcon or Bucky, and maybe that's a whole arc of the Avengers movie, the next Avengers movie, where Cap is trying to be like, okay, I know what I have to do, but who do I bring back? Which of my two best friends do I bring back? Sam or Bucky? Like that, I could see that being an actual character, like an actual story arc of the next movie too. Like
that's a trick question. That's you bring it back to T'Challa.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like that, I could see that. That'd be a really cool thing to do.
And I think it would do a lot of the stuff that we've been kind of interested in seeing. Like if we think that some of these main characters who have been around since the beginning of the Avengers will actually stick around. Because I think Robert Downey Jr. is kind of tired of this. I think.
You can kind of see he's done like a lot of these movies and like he's been doing it for 10 years. It's almost like you need to give somebody else the mantle. And I'm just kind of wondering who could he pass it on to?
Right.
I'm not sure if they want to do like the newest Iron Woman, Ironheart, if they want to go that route, or they want to go like a whole nother.
I saw a fan theory that maybe Shuri would become the Ironheart. Where
I could see that, I get. They have to mix it in some kind of way, just because we lost T'Challa, it's like the next Black Panther movie. Are we going to get Shuri as a Black Panther?
Right, I was thinking about that too. I was like, maybe what if these deaths are permanent? Like, I don't think that they will be, but what if they are?
Well, I would probably be scarred for life, and I'll probably reevaluate where I stand and what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, because like that was that. I'm erasing that from my thought, but like that, I did think about that.
That would mess with so many people's anticipations of what's going on with it.
Yes.
I mean, obviously we have a new Spider-Man movie coming out, and then sometime next year,
right,
in July of next year. Could that possibly not be Peter Parker, but Miles Morales instead? Because we already know that Miles Morales does exist in this universe that we've established. So
that's true.
It says specifically, like when I was looking at it, that it's a Spider-Man Homecoming sequel. So maybe it could be sometime maybe it could be sometime in between Homecoming and Infinity War that it happened, and it can still be Peter Parker, or maybe it is Miles Morales. Who really knows?
Well, I mean, with this whole, they're pulling from a couple different comics, so it's like I'm not sure how much they're taking from it. So I'm just like, you take it with a grain of salt,
right?
Because they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. Like, perfect example in the comics, Killmonger is not related to T'Challa. They are enemies, and Killmonger one time took the heart-shaped herb, and it ended up like knocking him out and like kind of poisoning him, because if you're not of the royal family or you're a worthy successor, it's not gonna work for you. And then Boss kind of has to judge you. And, sometimes Boss doesn't like people. She denied Shuri one time, which is like, oh man, you thought you had it. That sucks. Damn. So I mean, like, we just kind of have to wait and see what happens. You kind of knew Thanos had to run stuff. He had to kind of do his thing. You knew everybody had to take an L. We knew, but I don't think we really knew.
There are so many good Thanos moments in this movie. Like,
he did shine, yes.
The scene on Nowhere where Gamora thinks that she stabs Thanos, and then all of a sudden you hear his voice, and you're just like, oh no, he's already got it. He's already got the stone, and this place is just decimated. That
was just a powerful scene. Like, the way he was able to warp reality, that was just like awesome. Just really awesome to watch and see. And one thing that some of my friends and I were talking about, friends were talking about it, they're like, they would have liked to see a little bit more development on Gamora's side as far as like her upbringing with Thanos.
Right.
Just like a little bit more. It would have been nice to kind of see a little bit just
if we got like
few more scenes.
If we got like at least one more scene, because we saw that one scene of him taking her in from the planet, but that was about it.
It would have been easy for them to slide something in from when she was being trained to be this like super duper top notch like warrior that her father wanted her to be, and like you see her resentment for her stand-in father.
Right.
It would have been. I think it would have hit home for a lot more people.
Yeah.
Just so they can kind of relate a little bit more if they didn't see the movie.
Definitely.
You don't already know. If you read the comics, you already kind of know it's good. If you watch the movies, you still already know it's good within the MCU continuity. But if you're just jumping in, it could be a bit much.
Definitely, yeah. They could added in like a scene where it's like you could see Nebula maybe like less robotic in like the way that she is, and just like actually like just regular like fighting and like beating the shit out of her and stuff like that.
Hell. Yeah, you could even just have it like, where Nebula's still not shining as bright as her sister and having to get robotic parts. Just kind of adding that extra part in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that like that would have been really great, I think, to have. The dynamics of the character teams was really good. I really enjoyed seeing Doctor Strange and Iron Man's conversations with each other, because they are basically the same character, just in specializing in different ways, like technology versus magic. Like,
oh my gosh, yes, it's so cool to see that. Like, and then like the Peter Parker also joining into and keep making these references to older movies, and it's just like, oh God, man, my age, I'm really old, aren't I?
Yeah. Did you ever see that old movie Aliens?
Remember that really old movie Aliens? Aliens? That's a relatively new.
Yeah.
Semi-new. Oh God. I was like, man, it's not that old, is it?
Right.
It was funny to see that interaction and how like seamlessly they flowed with one another, and even the cape was kind of joining in too. It kind of like whenever I saw the cape, I really got magic carpet vibes from Aladdin's Disney. I kept thinking of like the magic carpet from Disney. I just could not get that out of my head. I was like, this is like dead ass. Like, this is like the for a second I couldn't take it seriously. For a second, the fight scenes were phenomenal. I don't think we talked about those yet.
No, not really.
When they were fighting Thanos, when everybody in Wakanda was fighting the Black Order, trying to keep them out with all those monster creatures. Like, those fight scenes were top notch. I think the scene that hit home for me the most, and it's such a weird scene, I don't know, like it really kind of it still really stood out to me. When you see Scarlet Witch join the fight, and she ends up like fighting, I think like Proxima Midnight, I think? Yeah, Proxima Midnight. And you see like she gets knocked down and she's really about to catch an L. But Okoye and Black Widow join in, and they're just like, she's not alone. I was like, oh my God, y'all better have this unity. I really I'm going to illustrate that. I said I was going to illustrate that. And I'm just like, I don't know when it's a okay time to draw it and like post it up. But I'm just going to start it. That really just kind of hit so many heartstrings of mine. I was like, y'all really have this team up, unity, girl power. I see you do your thing. I'm digging it. I loved it. Oh my God, yes. That one scene.
I loved the scene, like when they're in the middle of that fight in Wakanda and things are starting to get real bleak, and then all of a sudden Thor, Rocket, and Groot show up. That was chills. Yes, I got chills watching that scene.
And like what killed me the most was Thor started really like putting the hands on Thanos. Now, granted, he was a little late, but it was dope to see. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute,
just go up.
I really I didn't know how to handle it. I'm like, wait a minute, his energy beam's not working. It keeps going. Oh my God, he hit him. There were so many phenomenal fight scenes, and like just even like within the world, it was very lush. Even if it was kind of like an abandoned type of area, it just seemed very detailed, very well put together, and I really enjoyed watching and seeing that from an artist point of view. just seeing how much time they took into putting this all together.
Right.
And like, would this movie have been possible 10 years ago? Probably not.
No.
This movie was like for here and now. Like real talk, like this movie is gonna be like the standard for team ups, I think. Like years from now when we talk about superhero films, this film's gonna be brought up.
Absolutely.
This film is going to be brought up. It has to be. Like, oh my God, there's so many. I'm still geeking about this, man.
I know, man. Me too. I do. It's like there's so many great things about it. Like just even like the little things like Peter Dinklage's character on like the on the Star, like where they went to go actually like make Stormbreaker was the name of the axe?
Stormbreaker, yes.
When they were going to like his character even was like it felt like a little bit of like kind of like throwaway, but at the same time it was like he was a good character too. He was a side character that like there was like little indications that Peter Dinklage was in this movie, but at the same time like it's like Peter Dinklage, and he's gonna help make Thor badass again.
It was really just cool to see. Like, you know, Thor, even without his hammer, is still very strong, very powerful. And it was funny to see, like, you know, he's still surviving in space when the Guardians of the Galaxy found him in the first place. Mm-hmm. Like, Thor is not just somebody to be trifled with. He is a god, and even without his hammer, he still is able to complete certain feats. It's just his hammer makes it easier to complete certain feats. Right.
You know? Yeah, they really go into that a lot in Thor in Ragnarok, like talking about it. There's like a little line in there. It's like the power is not your hammer. The power is within you. The hammer was there to help be a conduit for your power.
Yes.
And then Stormbreaker ends up being that new conduit for him, and it just works so well.
Like manifesting. Oh my God! Just the first of all, I like anybody with electricity or lightning powers. Just oh my God! Like just seeing him do all that, I'm like, wait a minute, lightning! Oh, you done did it now! And just seeing him just like wipe away waves of characters. Like you see Captain America, you see Bucky, you see that Bucky and Rocket Raccoon scene was hilarious.
Oh, that was so good. That was like one of the little things that I really loved about like the team ups in this movie of picking him up and just spinning around and like getting those shots off.
And like, of course, Rocket Raccoon's just like, how much for the gun?
Not for sale.
How much for your arm? And I was like, yo,
I'm gonna get that arm.
That's his character. I loved it so much. And like, they were getting overwhelmed. And like, of course, Thor comes in to save the day, along with Groot, a younger Groot. This little Groot's a little badass. He don't listen to no. Oh my goodness, he was funny. And then of course, Rocket Raccoon. Also, it's important to note that the Hulk wasn't trying to come out the rest of the movie after he got his butt kicked by Thanos the first time.
I thought that was a very important thing for that character too. Just like to be like, dude, Thanos is too scary. The Hulk's not coming out, and like that's going to be something that we deal with a lot in the next Avengers movie, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I really just kind of thought that was a powerful sentiment because the Hulk up until this point hasn't really caught an L. Not really. He hasn't really lost. Not like on that level.
Right, yeah. To the point where he could have been like killed. To the point he had to be sent away. Yes.
To be saved. Just to not fight again. Just to deliver a message. The Hulk he's always OP. He has some tough times sometimes, but he's never been manhandled like that.
Right. Yeah. So
that's what I think really kind of set it off.
That was some great like writing on that on Hulk's part. I think for his character to just to be written like that. Because I would have thought like when he was fighting what's his name? Basically the Black Order version of Hulk. Is it Black Dwarf? Is that his name?
Black Dwarf. Yeah.
When he's fighting Black Dwarf, I thought, okay, surely he's going to be dying at some point, and then all of a sudden Hulk is going to bust out of the Hulkbuster suit and just beat the hell out of him. No, like he's like, I'm not about this. I don't want to be in this fight. And I was like, oh. There were a lot of things that happened in this movie that completely like went past my expectations of what was going to happen. Like the fact that the last scene of the movie is just Thanos sitting on that planet watching the sunrise and giving a smile, and then just credits. That blew my mind. Like I was like, something's got to happen. But no, like all these characters are dead.
They changed the whole paradigm as to how we view superhero films in general. You don't have to end on a happy note.
Absolutely.
You don't have to end on the note that you want. This is our vision. We're making it happen. You're gonna come back. How many people? And one of my friends brought this up. How many people are gonna go see this movie and not watch the next one?
Right.
You a fool. I'm gonna watch it. I'm waiting. No.
If you see
I'm
this,
already vested.
If you see this movie and then don't want to see the next one, I don't think I want to be your friend. Like I don't want you to bring that negativity into my life.
I don't need that right now. I'm trying to live my best life, and that's not how. So
yeah.
I'm gonna be up there. Trust and believe. I'm gonna try and cosplay next time. That's what I meant to cosplay this time. Hopefully there's a character I can cosplay that hasn't been like decimated.
I know, right? I'll just show up. I'll just show up as a pile of ash. I'll show up as a pile of ash and just like sit there.
Burn. Just spread me across the seats. I'll be all right. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. They had a lot of really powerful moments. Like a funny scene in there too was when Scarlet Witch decided she wasn't actually going to fight because like they brought in these crazy machines that were just like decimating and destroying everything. She pops out and like does away with all of them and kills a good portion of the army. And then Okoye is like, "Where has she been?
Yeah.
Why was she up there?"
But then I thought
really killed me.
I also thought it was really great, like especially like right after that happened, that Proxima Midnight goes, "She's on the field. Go ahead and take it." And then what's his name comes in and starts attacking like the guards in there and starts like tries to go.
Corvus Glaive?
Corvus Glaive, yeah.
Yeah.
He goes
I'm bad
in
with
there.
the names, man.
Well, it looks like they don't do a really great job of like explaining what their names are in the movie. Like if you know the comic books, then you kind of know.
The only person who wasn't in there was like Supergiant.
Yeah, Supergiant.
The only person I didn't see. She was the only. Everybody else was there.
Yeah. So you like I thought that was a really clever thing to happen, like where like Proxima just goes like she's on the field, go ahead and take it, and then Corvus goes in there and just wrecks all those guards and like goes to try to grab the Mind Stone from Vision. Like that was really smart, and I don't think I like you very rarely see like smart moves like that happening. That seemed premeditated. Like that didn't seem like a all of a sudden like go get it. Like it was like a no.
Right.
Wait, give it time, and there's going to be an opportunity for you to sneak in there and grab it. And I thought that was
really smart.
I thought it was real powerful.
This Black Order, they're like as ruthless as Thanos.
Oh,
which is why they follow him in the first place. And for them to like make that sort of tactician like move speaks volumes of like this is why they're where they are. Mm-hmm. Like no lie, I'm just like, man, y'all. I'm glad you didn't kill Shuri or any of the door Milaje. No more. We're not killing any more of these. Right. No, we're done. I've had enough dying. Like, can we not? Like, no. Oh my goodness, man. This
is very much the Empire Strikes Back of Avengers movies, though.
Too invested in this. I just can't. I'll be watching every other Marvel film that drops.
Oh yeah.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this again. But I mean, won't this also affect some of the series that they have on TV now? I know eventually Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for sure.
Well, because like also all of the Netflix movies, all Netflix shows are directly related to the MCU as well. So Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, the Defenders are all like actually like in the MCU. So I wonder if this will actually affect them that much. Can you imagine? Mm-hmm. Could you imagine if at one point the Defenders had shown up in this movie like that?
I was waiting for it, low key.
If that had happened, I would have been like, "What?" I would have been so on board.
Like I just need them just to like one little thing, like just mention like, "Hey, we have these heroes for hire." Just say it one time. There's some devil up there. What? Yeah, he's red. Oh my god. There's some lady who's flying. She's drunk, man. she kind of wobbling. Or there's some kid with some iron fists.
Yeah.
His fist is like anything. Anything.
There's a dude with a giant skull on his chest, like shooting people up.
I would freaking die. Like, I mean,
I could see
all the Netflix series I enjoyed except for Iron Fist, but Iron Fist wasn't very good in my opinion.
I need to get caught up on them. I was disappointed to hear that Iron Fist wasn't good because Iron Fist is one of my like favorite like lower tier like superheroes in like because he's an interesting character like fighting style and wise.
Yeah, I mean just beyond all like the regular nonsense. I mean, yes, this character was established years ago, so it's okay, whatever. And we have him. When I watched it, I didn't connect to that character. You just
right.
I would say like, you don't have to watch it, but just you being a fan of this, you're probably going to watch it.
Right.
So
okay.
just Madame Gao could not save the whole series. You'll understand what I'm talking about when you watch it. Just watch it. There is some good acting in it. It's just not from Iron Fist. My opinion.
I would like to see the Defenders show up in the next Avengers movie. So like be like, okay, well shit, we don't have any options. Do we like are there any other like heroes that we know that we could get in on this to help? I think having them would be like something that they could do, you know, like just to like help them just get like a couple more hands on like on deck to help. So it'd be I mean, obviously, it'd be weird to kind of see Daredevil all of a sudden fighting Thanos and, like, some good dude who's usually taking down kingpins and, like, crime syndicates going to, like, take down, like, aliens. But, weirder things have happened.
I'd be okay to see it. Like, if they just kind of had, like, a cameo of just them in the background, that would be enough. And then just kind of show that scene in their actual movie, but you see, like, the other characters in the back. Mm-hmm. They had the CGI for it or the budget for it, I would totally be on board.
Oh yeah,
totally be.
They could do the whole thing that Spider-Man was like when Spider-Man was saying like, oh well, I can't be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man if there's no neighborhood. Like Daredevil could be like, well, I can't protect Hell's Kitchen if there's no Hell's Kitchen. So
Hell's Kitchen, right? You know, like that would have been such a cool thing to like touch on because we're gonna get Misty Knight for the new Luke Cage,
right?
Like. That is like a thing, like, the one with her bionic arm. I'm not sure how true to the comics are going to be, but in the comics, she could like melt and manipulate metal and stuff with her left arm. Like, she could even melt adamantium.
Right.
Which is kind of pretty cool. I'm just like, wow. So, like, if Wolverine was fighting her, he would need to exercise like a little bit of caution.
Right.
He's a lot faster and he's a whole mutant. But I mean, like, you can't take her lightly, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see what we get. This movie was fantastic. I want to like
I know, yeah,
like,
me too.
Super analyze it. I want to just bring a notepad and just like see what I can find, like what other Easter eggs were in it, because I'm sure I missed a bunch.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I did too.
Oh my god. What else did we not talk about with this film? What did we miss?
I'm thinking. I think we hit most of the point. Most of like the points of the movie.
Thanos gets all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, Thanos does get all the Infinity Stones, which I wasn't sure if it would actually happen. I was very interested to see if he was actually going to get all of them. And then,
right.
That moment where Scarlet Witch blows up the Mind Stone. And at first you're like, okay, she did it. But then he walks forward and you're like, oh no, he got the Time Stone. He's just gonna like reach in, and rotate it back. And I was like, oh no, this is Endgame. This is Endgame. Like,
is it bad? Like when we saw it, like as soon as I saw him, like he's gonna bring it back. He just got the Time Stone. Time is a man-made construct, literally. Like he's gonna bring it back. I was like, sweetheart, you did your best. You did your best.
That was a powerful moment. I honestly like when he got them all together, and then Thor flies over and like stabs him in the chest with Stormbreaker. I thought that was about to be the end of it. Honestly, I did think that for a second it was going to be like, oh, he got him, but then all of a sudden, and then it was so okay. So I guess my question for you: when he snaps his finger, the gauntlet looks destroyed. Do you think it is destroyed, or do you think it's still like it's just charred up looking? Because it looks like the stones are still all intact.
They are all there. It just looks like it's been damaged heavily. Because the stones have never been used all together like that. That's technically the first time, aside from the Big Bang, that they've really all been used in that way to make a wish that great. I just think it's kind of singed. They might be damaged. He might need to rest and let it kind of charge up again.
Probably.
Because what he demanded was too great. And this was all he wanted. He has what he wants. Everything else after this doesn't matter to him. He's chilling. He got what he wants.
That was insane to me, honestly, to think about it. Like, it was just like, he's not going to be a tyrannical ruler that's just going to sit in his big old throne that we've seen for movies now.
Right.
It's literally just going to be, I'm going to go sit on a planet and watch the sunrise and be happy with the work and content with the work that I did. And I was just like,
he did.
He did it. He really did it. And that was powerful to me. I was just like, what the hell?
It was just so heartbreaking to see. I empathize with him ever so slightly. I'm just like, man, like, you got what you wanted, good for you, but you killed everybody I love.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like, let me have something. Like, you can't take everybody.
Right.
Not
I was like,
we don't know who else is gone. We don't know if Pepper Potts is gone. Mary Jane is gone. God, man.
He took my three favorite characters. He took three of my favorite characters between Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Doctor Strange. I was like,
you can't do this, man.
I don't know what to do with myself now.
I like Captain America because he's like a staple in junk, but dog, like, he's not my only favorite character. Like,
right. I guess I still have Thor and Rocket, so I guess that's good.
Gamora's gone because she was sacrificed to bring back the Soul Stone.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's gone. But we got Nebula. Yay,
Nebula.
I like Nebula as a character. She's pretty cool.
I think she's fine. I think she's
grown me.
She's definitely grown as a character too. Like, there's been some good character development.
Yes.
But Star-Lord's gone. Groot's gone.
He needed to be gone.
Groot's gone.
It's literally his. I cannot get out of my head that part of this is his fault. If he had just like shut up for a second, like, his whole team was on Thanos trying to pull off this Infinity Gauntlet.
Do you think Thanos would have been able to get the gauntlet back if they had pulled the gauntlet off of him?
I don't know what fail-safes he may have had, but I'm pretty sure we would have had a better shot.
True.
I wouldn't have complained. If he got it back after that, I'm fine, cool, whatever. You did your best. Yep, no regrets. Fine, cool. But, you had a whole Nebula standing back. You had a whole Mr. Quill, Star-Lord, just standing there yelling at him and then hitting him. He hit Mantis's hands, who was keeping him sedated.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what you want. Like,
it made perfect sense for Star-Lord's character, though.
It did. Yeah.
So it's incredibly frustrating for that to happen. Because I'm like, no, please don't do it. But at the same time, it was like, I liked it in a way because it was consistent with the character. That is something that I really liked about it, though.
Because I see it. And I in my heart of hearts, I'm just like, stick to the mission, get mad after. I'm sure they'll let you have Thanos. You can shoot him up all you want. That's fine. We'll let you have him. We'll take turns. I'll get it around.
Right.
But, it was just to invoke these emotions means that the writers did their job, flat out.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had this real this kind of pull in a lot of films films in general, man. Like,
right.
this is some kind of film. This is some kind of movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, not every film can bring me to the point where I'm like super duper emotional, man. When I left Black Panther, I was hyped. I'm like, hey, Marvel Civil War. I was like, turn up. This movie was like,
I was just like,
the arms of we were so shook, man. It was like everybody, the whole movie, everyone's just quiet. Nobody was happy go lucky. We're just like, man. I mean, even if you know the comics, I mean, still,
right,
to watch it is different. I mean,
to watch it out like happen on screen,
and to watch it is just so. Man,
you just felt so deflated and like tense afterwards. You're just like, wait,
rip my soul, man. Like,
that's
most Mortal Kombat shit is like.
I know, right? Jeez, fucking Shang Tsung up in this.
Tap out. I'm tapping out. I'm done. I can't. Jeez, man.
So overall, where do you rate this movie as far as MCU movies goes?
As far as MCU movies, like, I already know it's gonna be in my top 3. I've already said that. It's gonna, like I said on my channel, it's gonna be my top 3. I wanted to let it marinate a little bit because I don't want like anybody else's hype to affect my hype. I just want to make my own opinions and figure it out. But like, I'm seeing this like, and don't think this is like a cop out. Like, this movie is in its own like territory.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a team up like this. Like, not. Can you think of a team up? A real doggone team up where we have like live action characters teaming up in a good film.
I would say that this is the best team up that has happened since the first Avengers movie. Yes, because the first Avengers movie is the first one that I can think of where we're like, okay, this is a real team up movie, and then this has been by far the best one, and I think it far exceeds the first Avengers movie.
Definitely, I mean, not just like that. You had multiple teams. The Avengers is a whole team. These are teams, and a whole team, nations working together. Like, it's. You can't place on the same level as Thor Ragnarok or Black Panther or any of the Captain America movies. It's not fair to compare them like that, in my opinion.
Right.
This is a whole new wave.
Right.
That makes sense. Like, it's like its own. It created its own lane, man. It created its own lane.
It's so good. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. I've been thinking about it so much for the past couple days, and I was like, okay, I don't want to make any rash decisions on where I placed it. Like, I ended up doing a full like ranking. I ranked all 19 movies. And
wow!
Yeah.
Man, I didn't get the memo.
No. I did this on my own because so one of the channels I watch is called Kinda Funny. And they did a series called MCU in Review, where they watched every single Marvel movie leading up to Infinity War, and each week they put out a new video doing a review where they talked about the plot of the movie, and they talked about the plot of the movie. They talked about how much money it made. They rank like the bad guys of the movies. They do a bunch of really stupid like little segments too, like how good are the abs in this movie? Like whose wig looks particularly awful in this movie? Like little things like that. And so they did that, and and then at the end of it, they do their own ranking of the movie. They do a vote based system, and so it really got me thinking as to be like, all right, what's my ranking of the MCU? So I'll go ahead and read my list for you. This is my list.
All right. Go ahead.
So this will include Infinity War. This is where I've placed Infinity War.
Oh man!
All right,
start from the bottom to the top.
Start from the bottom, obviously. Yeah, you gotta start from the bottom. You gotta start from the bottom and then build up the anticipation, right? All right. So number 19, Thor: The Dark World. 18.
Yeah, that's
Thor. 18 is Thor. 17 is Incredible Hulk. 16 is Iron Man 3. 15 is Age of Ultron. It's like so I guess sorry, backtracking on this list a little bit. This is not necessarily which the movies that I think are the best. These are the movies that I ranked it by which ones I enjoy, how I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. No, you're good. No, all right, cool. Keep it rolling. This
is like and really honestly, the bottom 3, like Hulk, Thor, and Thor 2 are the only ones I'm like, I'm not really a fan of those movies. After that, it's just like okay, enjoyment factor pretty much.
Got you. All right, cool, man.
So 15 was Age of Ultron. 14 is Iron Man 2. 13 is the first Captain America movie. 12 is the original Iron Man. 11 is probably going to be one of my more controversial picks. 11 is where I put Civil War.
This is your list. It's my list.
It's my list. I will say to defend that. I think I overall when you have the name of a popular comic book story arc, I'm gonna automatically directly compare it to the comic books, and I think I prefer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I overall prefer the story arc and the reasons for what Civil War is about from the comic books more than what the movie is about.
Oh my god, yeah. You know what? Yes, there's so many more characters. We even get to see Wonder Man in the comics, which I like seeing him. He's pretty cool.
Yeah. You get to see like some more.
You say it like that. I gotta agree.
Villains fighting alongside heroes is another really weird thing to see, and that you get to see in the comic books.
Mockingbird specifically. I loved her character. I loved her character so much. The Thunderbolts, they're great. They could only put so many characters in it, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't fault them for that. It was just it affected because what I know. It affected my overall experience, and that's not their problem. That's my problem that I have to figure out how to fix on my own.
I totally understand that. I face the same issue.
10, I put the original Avengers.
Okay.
I think I got fatigued on it because I've seen it so many times at this point that it's just like, okay, I'm tired. Yeah, it's a staple. It's good. Like, don't get me wrong. These are all good movies.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Number 9 is another controversial pick. That's where I put Spider-Man Homecoming.
That one had a lot of back and forth. People liked it. Some people did. Some people didn't. I really enjoyed it. I
think for me, what it is, I really enjoy Tom Holland, both as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. Yes. I enjoyed Michael Keaton as Vulture. There was something about the movie that I just wasn't, like, excited about when I got done. Like, because I love Spider-Man. I would say Spider-Man is probably one of my favorite Marvel superheroes. But, but I didn't get the same excitement factor out of it when I got done watching it that I've had in seeing other Spider-Man movies. So I was just like, I was like, okay, maybe I know one of my big criticisms of the movie, I felt like there was a little too much Iron Man in it. There was just a little bit too much Iron Man in my Spider-Man, and I was like, and I want it to be more character focused.
I kind of got over that only because, like, I mean, you're kind of alluding to him being an Avenger.
Right.
So for me, like, I have wanted an Avengers Spider-Man for the longest time.
Right.
And we didn't get it with the first Spider-Man, Tobey, the very beginning.
Right.
We didn't get it with the Amazing Spider-Man, but we got it with this new cat. And I'm just like, okay, so when I saw Iron Man, I was like, okay, you appeared a little too much, fam, but it's okay. It's okay. It's Spider-Man doing his thing.
Definitely.
You were right. I mean, I could see that. There was a lot of Iron Man, and, like, for a Spider-Man film, you could have easily filled that in with maybe, I don't know, maybe a Kingpin, Alicia Hardy, Venom, Carnage, any of the multitude of characters that he has. Hell, even Madam Widow.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I would have been so hype about her being in the cinematic universe. Actually, you know what? I'm a little bit mad. Why wasn't she?
I just had an idea for the Spider-Man sequel. I'll get back to my list in just a second. The idea for a Spider-Man sequel. Pitching it right now. Premise of the movie: it's the Sinister Six. Like, so that's who he's fighting. That's who the villains are, and he's fighting. And then all of a sudden, Miles Morales Spider-Man shows up, and instead of it being called Spider-Man 2, they call it Spider-Men. And it's a Peter Parker and Miles Morales team-up movie.
I would freaking die.
That would be so good.
I don't have words. Like, this superhero hype train, I'm on it. I'm for it. That would be legit. Oh my gosh, 2 different Spider-Mans, 2 different set of powers. All the ass kicking you want. I am with that. Yes, co-sign. Where do I sign? Oh my God, yes.
Marvel, yes. Marvel, call me. I've got you. Please. I've got you. Get me in that writer's room right now.
Make this a thing. Please, man. Yes.
Going back to the list. I got Ant-Man at number 8. Winter Soldier at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians 2 at number 6.
Okay.
Black Panther at number 5.
Okay.
Doctor Strange at number 4.
That was a fun one.
Ragnarok at number 3.
I need to see that stuff.
Guardians 1 at number 2. And then for me, number 1, Infinity War. I'm giving it the number 1 spot. I'm
so hesitant to do that.
I am too, because I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I watched the first one again for the first time. I watched it yesterday for the first time in a while, and I was like,
right,
man, this movie holds up so well. Like everything about it is so good. Like,
good deal.
Anything that you say goes right over his head. Nothing goes over my head. I'm too fast. Like little stuff like that is just like, this is what makes me love that movie so much, and I think Infinity War does a good job of extending and adding that humor into the Avengers. Like, everybody knows Marvel movies to be just like quip, like funny bark, like but it does a good job of adding in that Guardians humor into the Avengers action, I think, and I think that helps with the flow of the movie.
The soundtrack was phenomenal for all. Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
Guardians 1, 2, and then of course it extends into Infinity War. Oh my God! Like that soundtrack, I need all the songs.
It was so good.
Jeez, man. Jeez. That's a good list. As far as I need to actually, I will make one.
Definitely. I will send you the name of the app that I use to actually because it lets you use all of the poster art for the movie when you're ranking it. So it looks a little bit more like this, and you can kind of organize it accordingly.
Bet. I'm definitely with that.
Yeah, and you can do it with a whole bunch of other movies too, and this is make different lists, and you can say, "Oh yeah, I saw this movie," write reviews and stuff like that. It's called Letterboxd. So it's neat. I like.
Check that out later.
I like it quite a bit. Yeah, I guess for as far as this spoiler cast goes, please let us know what you thought of Infinity War in the comments. We
definitely, please.
Don't link somebody this video if they haven't seen the movie and they're trying to avoid spoilers. Yeah. Don't be a dick.
Let's not.
No, nobody wants to.
Friends here.
Yes. It's a beautiful harmony and the most ambitious crossover ever.
I'm telling you, and I'm quick to unfriend folks. Don't. It happened one time with one film, and I'm like, I deserve better. Unfriend.
Yeah, block them. I don't need that negativity in my life.
No, not this year, 2018. Even though it's April or maybe May, depending whatever time this is when you're listening to this or listening.
It's about to be May.
It's gonna be May.
More than I do.
Jeez.
But I think that's gonna be it for this video. Robert, thank you so much for doing this.
Yo, man, thank you for having me on here, man. We were finally happened.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It will not be the last time either. You already know, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I am so excited. We should do this for anytime a new superhero movie comes out. You and me, we'll hop on this and we'll do a review. Ant-Man and the Wasp coming up. Yeah, it's
established. You've already started it.
It's the new collab.
No takesies backsies. Nope.
There
it is, man.
I got it. So that's what it is. You know what it is? It's Thatcartoonist is the superhero, and Your Daily Nerd is the alter ego, and so so you just get the glasses take off.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Wow! Is that you? Wow! Look look at you, look at y'all, wow. Yo, man, we gotta come up with like a thing for this segment. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that off camera.
Yeah, definitely.
A name for this, like, oh my gosh, a crossover, like something. Yo, I'm with it. Oh my gosh, yo, this has been fun. I'm glad I finally got to work with you, man. Like,
definitely, this has been so fun.
I was looking forward to this for like the longest time. Yes, it finally happened. Yes.
Me too, man. So for all of my listeners and viewers, where can they find you and everything that you're doing?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, sorry, my. Yeah. All right. Cool. That thing went out for load.
So for all of my viewers and all of my listeners, where can they find you and everything you're doing with Thatcartoonist?
Okay, Thatcartoonist. You can find me on Instagram. Thatcartoonist is all one word. I post a lot of my art when I do updates. I'm also on Snapchat. Thatcartoonist again. My YouTube channel, it'll probably be in the description.
Definitely. I'll link it in the description.
And then I also have I need to post more. I've been really, really busy with school and everything. But we have some free time until I have to go back to summer school. I'm working on some comics, and I have a Facebook page called Diamond Dragon Comics.
Diamond Dragon Comics. Cool.
On Facebook. Yeah. I'll be posting more about that stuff soon. I plan on having a comic on Webtoons and doing that whole shebang. So, I'll keep you guys posted on that.
Hell yeah. Sounds good.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Cool. Thank you again so much, Robert. I really appreciate it. And
I appreciate it, man.
And until next time, everybody, we'll see you later.
Thanks for tuning in. Z-Tunes and your Daily Nerd out.